Welcome back. Raising kids can be unpredictable and challenging, especially in the age of social media.
Oh yeah, and here to tell us more about how parents can support their children's development in our digital society is the author of Steadfast Parenting, How to Raise Children of Character, Patricia McGann. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, first, let's jump right in. Please tell us what inspired you to write this book.
So I was a school principal for many years. I have 5 children of my own. 15 grandchildren.
Wow.
And I see that demands on parents, as you said, it's very difficult to raise children in this world. And I wanted to provide a small bit of advice, but also a lot of encouragement, and encourage parents to trust themselves and make sure they make the most of those small moments every day.
It's amazing advice to trust yourself. And I love what you talk about in the book is, first of all, raising children of character. Talk about why that was so important to include that in the title and in the book nonetheless.
Well, I think our world is sorely in need of people of character. And to raise children of character is challenging because the world tells our children, take the easy way. Do whatever you have to do to get what you want. You're entitled. And we're trying to tell our children, no, be a person of character and compassion. Care about other people. It's a battle.
Absolutely.
But it's so important for the world of our future.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what makes this book different from the other parenting books that might be out there?
I think mostly because it's not a magic formula. There's no 1, 2, 3 here. It's more an art than a science, raising children. It's also told from my perspective as an educator and a parent and a grandparent. There's not a lot of grandmother books out there, but it is grandmother's advice.
Yes.
I see it happening around me, and I saw it as an educator. So that makes it different. And it's about the process of parenting, not the product you're looking for.
And I want to jump. I love when we do the amen. That's good. That's good. You mentioned being a mother of 5, a grandmother to 15, and an elementary school principal. All 3 of those things, you write any book, I'm reading it. Tell us how you looked at parenting different through the lens of being a grandmother and also as an elementary school principal.
So, as an elementary school principal, I really had the opportunity to work with parents a lot. And as parents face challenges, to sit and travel that journey with them through struggles, all kinds of struggles, and allow parents to sort of bounce things off of me and figure out the way they wanted to go. And as a mom and a grandmother, I see my wonderful 5 children raising their children, and I see the pressures on them that the world places, the social media, the devices, all of that. And so I want to be an encourager. I want to remind them there's shiny moments in this process, and you got to appreciate them.
So important.
And speaking to a little bit to that, when it comes to depression and anxiety and how we're seeing an increase in this due to being in a digital era, can you speak a little bit to how you address that in the book?
Yes. First of all, anxious parents make anxious children. And many parents are anxious about even the smallest thing. Ever since the pandemic, we found out that we don't know what's going to happen. And so that sense of anxiety that parents carry can be contributed to their children's anxiety. So I ask parents to hold that aside. And when you're talking to your child who feels anxious, remind them that they will be fine. We will do this together. We can manage this. And then to give children small tips, taking deep breaths, doing small things like that, talking about what is it we're actually worried about, and then dissecting it a little bit and seeing if it's real.
I think it's important to be able to do that for yourself first.
Yes,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
So that you can mirror that for your children. And to speak to being of character, it's like you have to have character in order to teach character.
You have to live it. If you tell your children these are our values, you have to demonstrate them. Otherwise, they won't buy it.
Such good advice. So many gems. I feel like I spent the whole interview saying, so good, so good. So before you go, please tell our audience how they can get their hands on the book. I know it's August 6th, I believe?
August 6th. It's being released on Amazon and barnesandnoble.com.
Love it, love it. I can't wait to get my hands on it. I want to just take every page, lick my finger, and keep turning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.